Well, good morning. So my son came home the other day from work and was telling me his power steering wasn't working. He's had a leak in his power steering pump, or I think it's the return line. Real slight leak for a while now. So every once in a while, it's a little low. And so he came in to fill it up and noticed that the power steering pump was still full. And then he noticed that the serpentine belt wasn't connected to anything. And he says, is that maybe why? Yeah, that's why. It turns out the tensioner, I think it seized up or something and cooked and melted. And it's went from this big to this big. And the belt fell off. So nothing was working. He said he got a battery light on the way home. And so we're going to switch out the tensioner pulley. We'll get you in here. I'll show you how to do that real quick. It's actually quite simple. The tensioner pulley is right down there. Let's get this belt out of here. Come on. There we go. Okay. So that tensioner is right here. You can see that molten plastic piece. That's not normal. And it doesn't move at all. Now, I don't know if it's seized up and that's what caused it to bind up on the belt and the belt just melted it, or if it's seized up because it melted. I'm assuming the former, because I don't know any other reason why it would have melted. Weirdly, the belt looks all right. It's got one little, get on the sun here so you can see a little bit maybe. The one edge here is a little bit rough, but it's all intact. It's not cracked up. It's still really flexible. I don't know. We're going to change this out. There's one bolt right here in the middle. It's a 13 millimeter, and it sometimes comes out kind of hard. We'll see how it goes. You can put an impact on it, but there's not a lot of room in here. So if not, and if it doesn't work, or if you can't get it to move, then put a piece of pipe on your wrench and give you some leverage, and that'll pop it out. But we'll see if we can get this one out without it. A lot of room in here. You have to bang your knuckles on this thing. There we go. I got a deeper one here. A smaller wrench, deeper socket. Helps you go the right way. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Okay, that one bolts out. This just pops off. Now, these are pretty straightforward. There's a little groove on this side, and you can see down here, there's this bolt put in. That bolt goes into this groove, so you can't even really get it messed up as long as you don't take that bolt out. You can see that's, as they say, suboptimal. That one rotates just fine. That one does not. All this does is provide tension. It keeps the belt tight against all the other pulleys. So without this, there's nothing doing that. The belt fell off. So we've got a new one here. These aren't terribly expensive. I think this was $70 or something at AutoZone to get it local, or you can get them online too for cheaper, like Rock Auto or Amazon or something. So you just got to line that up. Better put the bolt in first. Let's try that. Give it a few quick threads just to make sure it's in. If you have something that's, powered, that would probably make this easier. But mine is too big. Can't get it into this cavity here with a socket on it. I can get the wrench in, the impact driver in, but I can't get with a socket on it. That doesn't really help very much. So do it the old-fashioned way. Do it by hand. And get it good and tight. I don't know how much torque to put on it, so I'm just gonna, as always, give it all of it. I don't want it coming back off. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like I should have put some Loctite on there. In fact, I am going to do that. All right, so I've got some Loctite on it now. Back out, put it back on. Just get the big wrench and give it a little more oomph. We're good and tight. All right, so now we got to put the belt back on. There's going to be this belt routing diagram in front. Now, sometimes, if it's an older car, it's a little bit worn. This might be missing. You can look it up online pretty quickly. So we just got to route the belt like this says, and then you can see there's our tensioner, which we'll have to move forward and move in and get the belt around the outside of it. So we'll get the belt back on. So according to this diagram here, first one we know it goes down over that crank pulley at the bottom, and it goes around the outsides. You can see any of these that have the grooves in them. The grooves in the belt, that's also a good indicator. But what are we stuck on here? All kinds of stuff. Okay. So it goes over this one. It goes under the water pump, back over the AC, outside the power steering, outside the crank, and then it goes inside this pulley down here, this flat one. And then it's got to go outside that pulley. All right, so sometimes you got to give it the beans here. Give it a little extra oomph. It would help if your belt was already outside your let's take it off that one for right now, because I don't have a short, I can't find my short 15 millimeter. There we go. Okay. Just pull it up, get it around that pulley. Just gotta keep going until it gets enough tension to get around this pulley, and of course I did not give it enough slack to do that. You pull that tensioner up as far as you can, and then you should be able to get it over all of your stuff, as long as it doesn't come loose like mine just did. There we go. Then it's easier to get a flat one as your last pulley to put it on, because it slides a little easier than on the grooved ones. I don't really love the way that's sitting on there, so I'm going to reset. Give a little more tension release. There we go. Center that on that pulley a little better. And we're good. Alright, so you can hear that. At least I assume you can hear it. Power steering pump's a little bit noisy still. We still have an issue with that we got to deal with, but for now I think we're good to go. Belt's back on, everything's running, charging is running, so we're good. Well, anyway, that's all there is to it. Replacing a tensioner pulley. At least in the 3.7 V6 in Jeep Liberty. This is pretty universal. Most of these things are the same. Anything that's got a serpentine belt has a tensioner pulley, and any one of those tensioner pulleys usually is fairly accessible, and it's often just one bolt to get it out. Some will vary in how difficult they are. Sometimes them are a little more difficult to get to, but the process is pretty much the same. I hope that gives you a little confidence. You don't always have to pay big bucks to have this stuff fixed. You know, sometimes you just got to get after it. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Let's get our crap cleaned up here. Get my coffee.